Good morning, cyber traders. Happy Tuesday. Almost said Monday by accident. Labor Day is finally come and gone, and summer is technically officially over, but there's probably one more week left. That's going to probably go on. But other than that, it's good to see you all, Lita. Good to see you, Brian, Richard, Nabil, everybody, Michael, everyone. Welcome back. Hopefully, everyone had a good weekend, and I did. I finished. I had Sauce Day. If you've been following me on Fausto Home Living, I'm still making the video. I'm going to have it posted today. We had a successful year. We broke a record. We made over 88 gallons of tomato sauce in less than 5 hours. So it was pretty interesting. It was great. You guys are gonna love the video when it's up and running. So this is the beautiful thing about trading. You get to trade and you get to enjoy life. You do these things that you want to do. When you get become our ages, who knows what you're doing. So got to keep those habits going, those hobbies going. You know what I mean? Yep. National holiday. That sure was. But listen, we're having a little correction in the market right now. Bitcoin's up a little bit right there. Bitcoin was actually a pretty good buy when it was testing some support levels. We'll talk a little about that. We got this UUU that's moving up really nicely. You can see here, nice little push right there. I'll show you some orders in a couple of moments. But before we do that, let's get prepared at what's going to happen this week. So first of all, today starts phase 3 courses. So if you're a student of Cyber Trade University, we just posted a link up there. So all the gold students and plus are going to be joining me for live trading. Remember, this is the final lesson of the phase 3 of all the 3 phases that we teach. So we look forward to seeing you there. And we have Traders Talk today. So because market was closed yesterday, we're going to have it today in the middle. So don't forget, we'll be broadcasting live on social media for that one too. So make sure you're there. And we'll see you. And then obviously it's going to be a really, really, really busy week. We got, oh my God, I got to change my calendar. I got to change the date. So we got Scott Paluni coming in the podcast. We've got Metastock event. We got the Cyber Expo this month. I'm going to be in Toronto next week. I mean, this is like the busiest time of Cyber Trade University and the busiest time for you. Remember, I always tell you, September, October, November are the best months of the year. I was telling you this about 2 weeks ago, that there are some students here. We're contemplating. They want to push things off. Maybe let me wait a little bit. I got to take care of this. I'm going away. Listen, I remember I told you, I live here in New York. I'm surrounded with some of the most, biggest institutions in the industry, in the market. And, they're saying that they're looking at a correction going into September. We might get a little hiccup. I don't know. It looks like it's hitting already. So it always takes about 2-3 days to kind of justify it. But we did peak out on a lot of highs. We always like to start with the brand names. You can see here, Tesla had a really, really big move. It's been down every day, but it's making higher highs. But that 350 was a pretty big resistance levels. NVIDIA is right back down to its support levels right there. It just basically did absolutely nothing for August, okay? Even in mid-July, we're right back into the lows of July. Very, very big support levels. Got to be really careful of that. Palantir, yeah, that little correction. We looked at that one right there. It's been hovering right around support levels. We're going to go check out Bitcoin really quick right here. IBIT. You can see IBIT right here testing some pretty big support levels also. That was a pretty good buy right there from the 70s down to 60s. So we are, like I said, August is, I don't know how you guys do on your swing trades. I kind of lost money on my swings, did good on my day trades, but not a lot. I could, like anything else, I probably could took off August, and that's usually what happens. But, that's trading. You know what I mean? So let's talk about what happened last week, because there were a couple of good little movers last week. We do want to talk about them. Irene was one of them. Irene had a big pop. It's been a great swing trade of the month of August. Big move, 15 up to 30. That was pretty good. CIF, was it CIFR, right? Yeah, that one. That one had a really good move. I mean, it was a middle of a day runner from 7 to 8. Nice little combo. ONDS was another really good mover of August. You could see that stock ran from $3 up to $6, up 100% right there. What else we had? IPDN, right? That one was that was probably the biggest and best mover of Friday. My God, this was crazy. Actually, Friday was probably one of the better days I think we have ever seen on a close. So that really did help us out a lot. But look at this stock at 9:30 was $2.50. Thing ran all the way to five to up to $10 by 1 o'clock. It just did not stop. We will finish commentary right around here around 10:30 when we stopped, right around 6, and we thought it was done then. I mean, this thing did not stop at all. But always remember, whatever goes up comes down crashing down. OSPGP was another good mover of the week. You could see that one ran up here, ran from $2 to $15. That was the one that ran right here about on Thursday. That was pretty good. What else have we had here? Baba. That was weird. That was the only thing that really moved on Friday too as a brand name. So Alibaba did really well. And then Monday, we had that THAR. That thing was just unbelievable. What a great runner up on that one. Dollar stock up to a whopping $9. Another great mover. So we had a couple of good day trades. Swing trading, not so much. I mean, one day you're going up, one day you're going down, one day you're going up, one day you're going down. So it was kind of flat with the brand names, but day trading on the big percentage gainers were pretty good. Now, there are a couple of stocks. Let's go through the watch list and talk about some of them. So anyway, we have this UUU that's moving up pretty decently right here. And right here, you could see that there are orders starting to stack up here right around $6.60 and $7. This order right here got filled around 6. So, it was looking pretty good. It is a New York Stock Exchange stock, which is usually, we don't really get too many of them that do move. We're going to go stop over here and jump on the Nasdaq because that's usually where most of the volatility is. So we had the HWH. Nice, inexpensive stock, good spread, 46 million shares already trade in pre-market. That is everything up our alley. We need volatility. No volatility, stock's not going to move for us day traders. And we're going to hop over here and go check out and see what the level 4 shows us. Let's see where the orders are, just getting the data coming across. All right, so we got some decent orders here around $2.80, $3. That's kind of holding it back right now. If you can get past that, yeah, you can see it right there. Not bad. So that's around 280s, right around here. Yeah, you can see our resistance, 2 and 3. So pre-market right around 4 o'clock in the morning. Don't really see, is that big order? I don't really see that big order up here. He's not there anymore. So that one's pretty good. All right. Anyway, second biggest percentage gainer, SHFS. 25 million shares, good spread. Looks like it's pretty volatile, though. SHFS. The only issue with this, since 7 o'clock this morning, it ran from 450. It's been on a downtrend. Not really, not our style. This one, SSKN, a little bit better. KN. It just started moving around 8 o'clock this morning. 8:30 peaked out around 450. It's already back down $1. That's pretty volatile. Let's go see what's going on over here as in orders go. Here's our orders, 450, $5. Yeah, they're pushing it down right now. Not really that good. Not really what we're looking for. Man, we're already at 43%. We still got a lot of stocks here. This one really has no volume. Mankind was the one you guys have been trading this morning. I noticed a lot of you in the pre-market in the Cyber Group floor were trading Mankind. Mankind was a really nice mover. We watched it a couple of days ago. We had that nice move here a couple of days ago. Remember, it went from $4 to $4.60. My God, that thing had a hell of a push. So Mankind, whatever they're doing on their drug, I think if I remember correctly, I think it's a diabetes drug, if I remember. I think so. But anyway, that one's doing really, really nice. Let's go check out the orders on that one. Mankind. This one, let's go see what's going on. Pop up some orders. I do recall the stock is pretty volatile. So it took out this seller right here at 450. Got a little bit here, $6.60, $7, $7.60. Remember, looking at the right of the chart. All right. What else we got here? No good. No good. No good. No good. No good. No volume. That pretty much does it. All right, broke 10%. Losers. Any good shorts out there? Looks like a lot. Obviously, IPDN. That was a big runner we had. Like I told you, whatever shows up in the gainers ends up on the losers. ALTS, none of these stocks. CGC, we know the stock. We trade this one. All right, let's go to New York Stock Exchange. NEO. My God, what happened there? Holy crap. That thing just dropped from 6 all the way down to 5, right back up. NEO was a good stock, too, for August, too. We had a nice little run on NEO, but nothing really good there. We got the ETFs moving because of the market being very volatile. GROY, Gold Royalty. That one's pushing up pretty nicely, but doesn't really look that trend. Looks like a level 1 stock. Not really what we like to trade, as in how it's moving right now. Zone is getting crushed. Wow, that thing got crushed. Damn. $8 all the way down to 2. Put this on the B list. We'll see how she opens up. Right now, she doesn't really look that tradable, but we'll definitely, you know us, we love bottom fishing. But remember, if it's a pharmaceutical stock, they don't come back. But other stocks usually do, sometimes even on earnings, you know. You've seen it come out, they make another announcement. All right, that pretty much does it. Rigetti, we traded that last week. That's in the most active. Open, that was a fun stock. Now it's finally on a downtrend. There's NVIDIA on the big percentage gainers. Tilray, we had fun with that stock. Intel, U.S. Government bought that stock. IBIT. Yeah, that's about it. So, listen, it is Tuesday, the day after Labor Day. I told you, I hate holidays. And I hate holidays because usually the day before the holiday, people take off, and the day after, people take off. But today's actually a big day. My son went to school today, started first day of school here in New York. We do a little bit different than some of you down south. So, you know, everyone's like on slow mode. All right. So I'm not expecting to be too crazy, but even though the market is down, maybe we'll get a couple of pushes here. We'll see how they work out. But just be very, very, very conservative. Okay. You got class today. We'll see you in class if you're my student. If not, if you want to learn how to get in, talk to Education Advisor. This is a very important lesson. Go into September. That's why we like to do it right after Labor Day, because we get to see something like this that happens. Because, you know, I think it's going to be a pretty volatile next 3 months. All right. So for everybody on social media, if you want to come join our trading floor and you want to listen into our Traders Talk, just here's a link right there. Take that little QR. You got your phone, scan your QR code, and we'll get you in there. All right, guys, let's get ready for the market opened up. Whoever I don't see you in class, Josh Marish will take care of you here on the trading floor in the meantime while he'll be doing his commentary. For the rest of you, I will see you in class, and let's get ready to have some fun, all right? Remember, we got to learn before we could earn. See you in a little bit. Don't go anywhere.